have a will. Yeah. I think everybody was astounded. Yeah. Somebody this talented and this extraordinarily successful not having a will. Does it make sense to you? Having been his wife, having had a child with him, does it make sense?
When I was with him, he had a will. When I was with him, he had a will. When I was with him, he had a will because I was pregnant. And I remember there was a concern about financial stuff, and I remember I just started seeing, the bills coming in. I went, hey, and my father was in the military, and he used to always fly, and I always had this fear whenever he got on a plane. I was like, call me when you land, call me when you land. And I remember he finally said, don't worry, I have everything taken care of, so if something were to happen to me, you don't have to.
So he was thinking will back then.
He was the girl.
Surprised he wasn't with a will now, or do you think he was and maybe it's somewhere else?
I don't know. I cannot, and I can't sit here and just, I don't know.
Hit me. Welcome to Connecting the Purple Dots, Episode 3, The Will. Now, it's been reported that Prince died without a will, which leads us to have many, many questions. Not only questioning Prince, but questioning the attorneys, financial managers, and financial planners that he would have worked with over the years. Prince's personal attorney should have seen to it that his affairs were in order and that at the very least a will was completed. Now, even if Prince's personal attorney somehow missed this in protecting his clients legally, how would this slip past his financial managers? And most importantly, how would this have slipped past a financial planner? All three of these licensed, prudent professionals whose number one job it was to evaluate, understand, make recommendations, I say again, make recommendations, and then execute any and all things agreed to by their client pertaining to the protecting of their clients legally. Now, with the client being Prince, who has amassed a net worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and who is now over the age of 50, you think that these three professionals would have made it a priority to sit Prince down and at the very least complete a will, if not a revocable trust. Who says they didn't? The beginning of this video started off with Mayte Garcia, Prince's first ex-wife, making the statement that when Prince was with her, he had a will. Now, wills do not expire. In the state of Minnesota, a will is effective until you change, revoke, or cancel it. So, of course, Prince would have had cause to change, revoke, or cancel it after he and Mayte Garcia divorced in 2002. So apparently, the will conversation had been had and the will paperwork executed. However, wouldn't it be logical to think that whichever of the three prudent licensed professionals that assisted Prince in creating a will would have asked, now that you're divorced, we need to review your will to make changes, or we need to revoke it and create a new updated version, or cancel it altogether and create a new one in its place. Which, being a prudent licensed professional, they would have had that same conversation after Prince's second divorce to Manuela Testolini in 2006. So with his 2006 divorce to Manuela Testolini, we would also find it logical that the same conversation would have been had to where Prince would have either changed, revoked, or canceled, and completed a new updated will in its place. That will would have been his most recent, current, and standing will today. So where on earth would Prince have left or kept his will? Well, according to Minnesota Office of the Attorney General's website, it stated to make sure your personal representative and a close friend or relative know where to find it and can access it. So like one of these four, if not all four of them.
Kirk has a vault right here. It's never going to be unlocked.
Is that because Prince was so private you don't want
I respect him and what his privacy was.
I had been preparing for 2 years, so I knew that it was coming.
What does that mean?
He said it a couple of years ago.
What would he say?
What he said was, I've done everything that I've come to do. So I was crushed for about two years. It wasn't hard at all. It was a 2-second phone call. He's gone.
Particularly if you're considering leaving your will in a safe or safety deposit box. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But a vault in one's own home where you keep your prized possessions might just be ideal. Now, just who would have access to your home, such as Paisley Park, and the vault?
It's so cute because the vaults were my measurements. Isn't that crazy? The vault, the combination for your measurements? Were my measurements.
So the next big question would be that if Prince didn't have a will, how would they know it was his wish to be cremated? Well, other than one-on-one conversations generally had throughout time, there wouldn't be anything officially written or stated without a will. Many people think that it was based on his religion, being a Jehovah's Witness. However, that's incorrect. After researching the Jehovah's Witness religion and faith, it does not require cremation upon death. In fact, either burial or cremation are acceptable based on the deceased or their family's wishes. However, with Prince being such a private person, how would his remaining family of siblings know that would be his wish if he left no will? Guess what? Without a will, the state of Minnesota's Department of Health and Mortuary Science, right to control and duty of the disposition of the body, page 3, number 6 states, Minnesota law clearly identifies who is in charge of the disposition of the body. The right to control a dead human's body, including the location and conditions of final disposition, vest in, and the duty of final disposition of the body devolves upon the following in order of priority. As we all know, Prince was not married. He had no children. Both of his parents had passed on, leaving his only remaining family members being that of siblings. So that drops us down to number 6, being the adult sibling or the majority of the adult siblings of the decedent, provided that in the absence of actual knowledge to the contrary, a mortician may rely on instructions, I say again, instructions given by the sibling or siblings who represent that they are the sole surviving sibling or that they constitute a majority of the surviving siblings. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of episode 3 of Connecting the Purple Dots. Lots of food for thought here. Even deeper thought. Thanks for watching Connecting the Purple Dots. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so when the next episode comes up, you'll be the first to know. Thanks again for watching Connecting the Purple Dots.
The vault. What is in the vault? This man could play every instrument. He could secretly go into his recording studio and make a song and put it in a can, and none of us could know anything about it.